Yes, you keep track of the hands. I don't want to.
You mentioned Paul Ryan before, and I recently heard a discussion where he has a plan to get us back even. Are you a supporter of that plan? Are you familiar with that plan?
I'm very familiar with it.
I thought you probably would be. Is it a good plan?
It's a great plan, but it will be a plan because it touches everything. Everything in the budget. All of the sacred cows as well. And it is going to need the support of the people to say to their members of Congress, you're okay. Go ahead and support it. I remember when he first introduced it, going up to him saying, Paul, I like that plan, but that's out there. And he said, Walberg, with you being targeted, I don't think you should co-sponsor this, so get away from it. But yes, it's a great plan. It will work. Paul is an economist par excellence as well as a CPA. He's done his homework on it. But it touches Social Security, it touches Medicare, it touches all of the departments, all of the budget areas. But ultimately, it provides greater security for instance, for Social Security. It provides security for the baby boomers that are going to be dumping into that system progressively here in the not too distant future.
So why isn't it more publicized? What?
Because he has to develop the support back in the hinterlands. That's why he's speaking a lot of Tea Party movements. That's why he's trying to develop it, but he understands that there are a lot of members of Congress that can't simply jump on that without due peril, because Mark Schauer and others will use it against them. And they don't have to tell the truth about it. Other questions? Good to see you, Ron. Ron can cook brisket. Shoot some pretty good clays, too.
Well, there you go. I've got from
Yes.
the
What's that?
Tim Walberg for Congress, and this was on the Cereal City breakfast table. And we gave out about, I don't know, 5,000 bananas.
Yes, we got no bananas.
Yes, we got no bananas.
Go ahead.
Sir, this is just an opinion. I'm asking for your opinion. All at once, the issue of Obamacare kind of fell off the side because we had a big oil spill in the Gulf. Is that politicized, or honest to goodness, is BP as screwed up as CNN would have you believe?
Well, I think there's plenty of blame to go around. I'm not arrogant enough, let's put it that way, to say I know what BP should do. I'm not an oil man. I know oil men. And if I talk to Mike Conway, for instance, in Texas, if I talk to Congressman Cole from New Mexico, they probably could tell me. But I think there were mistakes made there, and I think BP has a responsibility. But I think there were mistakes made there by the government as well, in how we handled it. There's a plan in place by law on how that's handled, and it appears it was not followed. And it still isn't being followed. And that has to be addressed. And we're going to hear a lot of political posturing in committees. And the oil companies are going to be beat up. And if anything, it's going to be used to show why we have to go away from our own resources, and why there doesn't simply need to be a moratorium on drilling. As the President said in his fiasco of a speech last night, this shows why we have to go away from petroleum-based fuels. Well, that's great, sir. But what is your suggestion? Solar and wind isn't going to do that, even though I see the big wind paddles going down 12 on a regular basis. It is not going to supply the energy we need to heat our homes, to turn our lights on, to run our air conditioners, and to recharge our batteries in our plug-in cars. It is not going to do it. So we have to, for the time being, use the resources we have. And arguably we have hundreds of years of coal and petroleum resources, natural gas resources.